Hey, my people, welcome back to Brenda Aka Thomas channel. Welcome back to your channel as well, because you guys have been very supportive. And in this video, I'm bringing you part of my culture back in Ankole. This is in the western part of Uganda. I'm originally from Uganda, for some of you who might not know, East Africa, but I live in the US now. So anyway, so I'm taking you back to my culture. I recently just traveled with my children to Uganda, and I wanted to show them part of the original culture back in the days when I was growing up. So this is the Ankole culture. So in the hat you just saw us enter, usually this is like very modern. It's like very detail oriented with the sides of the walls. It's made out of bamboo trees, bamboo branches, which they put together and knit very nicely in this hat. Now, in this hat, usually it's called nyakaju or enjiebians, meaning that it's a small hat for the milk pots. This is usually where, after milking the cows, this is where they would bring the milk for conservation or for keeping smelling good, or where people would actually sit and enjoy a milk pot full of milk. Like you'd say a glass of milk, but it's usually a milk pot full of milk. So what she's giving us right now are milk pots. These are made out of wood. They are carved nicely. They're smoked. They're polished. That's how you see them looking nice and dark and black. They smoke them. You'll see in the video how I'm smoking them as well. So they pour the milk in there, and that's how you can drink it. Usually this is like the guest house, like where your guests will come to be given a glass of juice, but it will be a pot of milk. Now, what you're seeing, the brown calabash looking thing, is called Ishaazi. Now, Ishaazi is a big calabash where they put some milk and then churn it, like you saw my aunt churning it, moving it back and forth. So she's trying to make the ghee out of the milk. You put in the milk, and then sometimes it can go overnight, or you can just start the process of going back and forth, churning it, moving the calabash back and forth, and then the sound will start to be different, and that's how you can tell that it's now making some ghee. It's getting some chunks. Those chunks are ghee. And then after it's done, you open it, dump everything out in a container, and then you can get the solid ghee now out of the rest of the milk, the leftover milk in that ishab, or in that calabash. Now what I'm doing is smoking the milk pots. Now usually this brings like a very nice scent. Most people from my tribe will like tell that, okay, this milk smells so good because the milk pots have been cleaned, have been smoked, and the smoking is from the grass. There's a special grass called owituzo. You get it and then dry it, and then you use it to smoke the milk pots, and they stay smelling so good. The smell out of that, once it mixes with the milk, it's very delicious and very authentic. Anyway, and then what you saw on the mat back there, those are skin from the cows that die maybe. So they're able to get the skin, dry them up, remove any kind of meat left on that skin, dry it to make sure it doesn't smell. It's a process. It could take like a month to make sure that skin is nice and straight. They hook it down on the ground to make sure it's all nice and straightened out, using like maybe some nails or some sticks, and that's how you get a straight, nice hide. They use them as rugs or as carpets in those little hats. Anyways, what I'm doing is also milking there. You can use a bucket. I'm using a red bucket to milk the cow. Usually you let the little cow, the calf, first, try to breastfeed a little bit, and then that's when the cow actually reduces the milk, and then you're able to start milking. You usually have somebody helping you to hold the calf so that it doesn't keep bothering you, and so the mother does not get irritated and kick you out of its boobs. Anyways, so I'm getting some milk. I'm not an expert, but I was just trying to remember how I did it in the past. And yes, depending on how good a cow is or how much milk it has. It could milk about maybe 5 liters, 2 liters, 1 liter, or even a cup worth. But anyway, so that's part of my culture, and that's where after milking the cows, that's the milk you take to that little house, the hut, the njuyebianzi that we were just in, so that they can put that milk in the milk pots. Now some people drink it straight, without cooking it fast. That's usually how it used to be, but most people now cook it and then you cool it down and then put it in the milk pots. I hope you